What's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to discuss some boxing with the hundreds and hundreds of B Taylor subscribers. What's going on, people? It's been a while. I'm back, and we're gonna talk some boxing as always. So, that being said, I just wanted to give my quick take on this whole Floyd Mayweather Andre Berto situation. Nothing's really been confirmed yet. The fight hasn't been made yet officially, but just with the way the whole situation is laid out and the whole landscape of things, it would lead you to believe that Floyd Mayweather will be fighting Andre Berto September 12th on CBS. So let's just run through this real quick. Floyd is gonna have the last fight on his CBS/Showtime contract. Coming off of a fight against Manny Pacquiao where it was not exciting. It was very hyped up. People from east and the west came in to watch this fight. This was the fight that was supposed to save boxing on a national landscape, and it did everything but save boxing on a national landscape. If anything, it hurt the sport on a national landscape. But Floyd and Manny both cashed out, so kudos to them for getting their paydays. But it did help the sport, and people were not going to pay for a Floyd fight. People were already pissed at Floyd before the Manny Pacquiao fight. He's not an exciting fighter at 147, and his fighting style at 147 it just isn't conducive to exciting fights. So with that being said, Floyd's a great fighter. Floyd has proven himself time and time again, albeit there's been some dirty tactics, shady things he's done over the years. But regardless of what you want to say, the man's paid his dues. And he could have tested himself more, but we're not going to do too much hating. We're going to talk about this Andre Berto situation. Andre Berto, he's 3-3 in his last three fights, I believe. And he's coming up. Back in the day, he was very. A lot of people had high hopes for Andre Berto. He was supposed to be the next big thing in boxing, and it hasn't worked out for him. He got beat. He's been beat up pretty bad in fights with Robert Guerrero. And this is probably the easiest fight Floyd could have taken. And what this fight is going to do, it does two things for Floyd. Number one, it's going to be on CBS. So with that being said, because it's on CBS and it'll be free, a lot of people who would normally not watch boxing or even tune in to a Floyd Mayweather fight are going to get a chance to watch him fight. So that'll be cool. But Floyd's going to spin it as I'm saving boxing. I'm giving back to boxing with this fight. Fans can now watch me on free network television, so it's cool. If it was on pay-per-view, I'd complain a little bit more, but it's cool that he's fighting on network television. If he does fight Berto, this is not official yet. They're still talking about the fight, but I think he'll fight him because he's been pretty adamant about it. And I remember saying, back in earlier this year, before Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, I don't remember which video I said it in. But I did say that, if Floyd beats Manny Pacquiao for his 49th fight, he will fight somebody like Andre Berto. And lo and behold, Berto's one of the people he's looking at picking. So with that being said, Berto, it's funny because Floyd plays mind games. He plays all these different types of mind games. He has these mind games where where he'll say things like, "I want things to be on an even playing field," Because boxing's a sport where you're hitting each other and you're going out there and you're putting your life at risk every time you step in the ring. So with that being said, I understand what Floyd is saying. But when you talk about guys being on PEDs, you talk about Manny Pacquiao being on PEDs. With all that being said, all those things you alluded to in the past, for you to pick a guy like Andre Berto who has tested positive for PEDs, that contradiction. That's what Floyd is doing. And it's really it's really bad. And I was just watching a video where Sam Watson was trying to hype up this fight, where he's saying things like Berto says he wants Floyd, and Floyd wants Berto, and Berto's a big, strong Haitian black welterweight. Got to get Berto in there with Floyd. Sam Watson was out. I just saw a video on Bad Left Hook where Sam Watson was saying all these things. And, this is definitely the easiest fight for Floyd. You never want to go in there. You never want to underestimate an opponent. You want to respect every opponent that's put in front of you. But Berto is just not even like, even at his best, even when he was undefeated, he was coming up. That Berto doesn't even beat this Mayweather. Um, and, being that it's on CBS and it's an easy fight for him. He wants to fight some guys, that are easy, or the code word for somebody who's trash, that is not even in the same solar system as Mayweather. The code word he uses is a good, solid competitor. If he hears anything like, if you hear him say anything like, I want him, he's a solid competitor, or you know, uh, you know, I want somebody that to put in front of me to look good, something like that. Floyd's gonna, he's cherry picking, and he's doing that with Berto. If he wins this fight, it'll be his 49th win. Rocky Marciano, as we all know, retired 49-0, and it would set him up perfectly, as he's alluded to and he's been hinting at. Even though his Showtime CBS contract is gonna be up, he still has. He's gonna fight. I firmly believe, along with many people in boxing circles, that Floyd will have a 50th fight, and when he has that 50th fight, it might be against somebody that's like, he was rumored to fight Berto or Kareem Mayfield. He might take Berto now and get Kareem Mayfield later. It might be two simple cherry picks for him to get past that record, and he could retire at 50-0. Continue branding himself as TBE and call it a day. But just a terrible fight. Like I said, I can't complain too much, because it is gonna be, if and when it does get made, it will be on network television. So we're not paying $100, we're not paying $50, we're not paying anything. So from that aspect, from that standpoint, I like it. Cool. It's cool. People who don't watch boxing, who would normally never see Floyd Mayweather or pay for a Floyd Mayweather fight, get a chance to watch Floyd Mayweather fight. So who knows? Maybe Berto comes in there and it, like a warrior, and he can catch Mayweather, make a good little fight out of it. But it just sucks, because there's so many guys in the welterweight division who are so deserving of a shot at Mayweather. You got guys like Keith Thurman, who, albeit he didn't look so sensational against Luis Collazo. Luis Collazo hurt him, and could have got him out of there. Despite all that. Keith Thurman is someone who definitely would be a great fight for Floyd Mayweather. Kell Brook, who's a champion, and who Amir Khan won't fight. That would be a good fight for Floyd. Even though Timothy Bradley is with Top Rank, and it's an unrealistic expectation to have a Bradley Floyd fight. There's no welterweight into that division more deserving than Bradley. Who's fought top competition, who's constantly proved himself, who's been in wars, who's continuously come out on top. Bradley deserves a Mayweather fight. You got guys like him. Pacquiao's still there. A lot of people, and I went back and I watched, and I re-scored that Pacquiao fight. I watched it in my house here with like 15 people. It was hard to zone in. It's a lot, and the announcers didn't really do a good job. They're very pro Mayweather. So with that being said, it looked like a non-competitive fight when I first watched it. But when I went back and I watched it by myself, the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, I scored it a 6-6 draw. You could have went 6-6 draw, 7-5 Mayweather, 7-5 Pacquiao. It was closer than it looked initially, but there's a lot of better matchups out there. And just for him to pick Andre Berto, it sucks for the boxing fans. But like I said, it doesn't suck too bad, because it's on network television. And being that Al Heyman has been really trying to build up this PBC on, Premier Boxing Champions type thing. If Floyd is fighting on the PBC, I'm gonna be led to believe that, Al Heyman is gonna have at least one really good undercard fight. And there's been many rumors of Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence Jr. Fighting for one of those vacant titles that Floyd gave up. So, I'm hoping that fight happens. And I'll have a video on that later, and I'll have a video on my Pacquiao Mayweather thoughts, because I didn't make it. My channel was down while that fight happened. But just Berto Mayweather mismatch. You don't want to look past anybody, but Berto, it's just not a fight it's a fight that nobody wants to see. It's not a fight that Berto has earned, quite frankly. He's a certified tomato can at this point in his career. But I wish him the best. I hope Berto comes out, makes a fight out of it, and proves not only just myself but the whole boxing world wrong, and can do some things in there with Mayweather. But that's what it is. Those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think, about Floyd Mayweather cherry picking and fighting a tomato can and Andre Berto. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you not care about it? Will you be watching? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, subscribe. Take care, guys.